What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today's reaction video is George Carlin on some cultural issues. I think you've checked out George Carlin before, haven't you? I haven't reacted to this video. You haven't either. But we've checked him out before, and he is one of them old school. I'd guess this video was like 1990s, or early 2000s. Let us know in the comments if I'm wrong on that. Controversial at times. Very psychological, funny as well. So if you don't like that kind of content, please click off it. It's one of them. If you don't like it, click off it. We're going to enjoy the jokes, hopefully, and it's cultural issue, so it potentially could be a little bit. It could be a little bit controversial. Let me raise the desk a little bit, so we're a little bit lower than normal. So smash that like button, guys. Smash the subscribe button. Like I said, if you get offended by these, potentially click off. If not, enjoy the video. George Carlin is always awesome. Cultural issues, going to be controversial. We try not to pause too much in these. It's a 30-minute video. We're going to pause a couple of times probably, aren't we? But we normally don't on comedy ones, but let's get straight into it. Smash that like button, guys. Smash the subscribe button. And are you ready?
I'm ready.
A bit of George Carlin. It's been a while. What we got?
Something else I don't understand. Motivation tapes. Motivation books. What happened here? Suddenly everybody needs to be motivated?
I love a motivation
It's a fairly
book.
simple thing. Either you want to do something or you don't. What's the big mystery? Besides, if you're...
I've never read a motivational book.
Have you not?
I don't think so.
No, a bit of David Gordon. Yeah, ebook. Listen to it.
Oh.
Yeah, a bit of David Gordon's right.
You're not reading it then, are you?
It's the same thing. It's a book.
Motivated enough to go to the store to buy a motivation book. Aren't you motivated enough to do that? So you don't need the book. Put it back. Tell the clerk, fuck you. I'm motivated. I'm going home. I'm going home.
You've got a point.
And can anyone explain to me the need for 1 hour photo finishing? You just saw the fucking thing. How can you possibly be nostalgic about a concept like a little while ago? Another complaint, too many vehicles. There are some families in this country own entirely too many vehicles. You see them on the highway in an RV, but that's not enough for them. RV's not enough. Behind them, they're towing a motorboat, go-kart, dune buggy, dirt bike, jet ski, snowmobile, parasail, hang glider, windsurfing equipment, a hot air balloon, and a small two-man deep-sea diving bell.
Imagine.
Doesn't anyone just take a fucking walk anymore? The only thing these people lack is a lunar excursion module. Too many choices, America. It's not healthy. Another abomination. White guys over 10 years of age who wear their baseball hats backwards.
I don't do that. I don't do that. Each to their own.
White guys, let me tell you something. You're never going to be as cool as black guys. It's not going to happen. You're white and you're lame.
I love that.
It's a
Picked
fucking
one
law
out.
of nature. Turning your hat around and learning a complicated handshake will not make you cool. And you black guys, since you started the whole thing, I'm going to let you stay with the hats a little bit longer, but I think really, once you qualify for Social Security, it's time to spin that motherfucker around to the front again. All right? Another tip for the men. The earring, the thing with the earrings, it's over. It's been over for
I've
a
never done
long
that either.
time. Doesn't mean anything anymore. It was supposed to piss off the squares. The squares are wearing them now. Doesn't mean anything. It's just fucking jewelry. Unless you have an earring with a live baby hanging from it, it's just jewelry. And I want you to know I'm in favor of self-mutilation and personal disfigurement. I've always said there's nothing like puncturing and perforating your skin in a dozen or so places in order to demonstrate your high self-esteem. When I see a young man decorating his scalp with a soldering iron, I say, there's a happy guy. Thinks highly of himself. And haven't we gone a little overboard with these colored ribbons for different causes? Every cause has its own colored ribbon now. Red for AIDS, blue for child abuse, pink for breast cancer, green for the rainforest, purple for urban violence. I got a brown one. You know what it means? Eat shit, motherfucker! Eat shit, motherfucker!
I did not expect that. He just turned, didn't he?
And what can we do to silence these Christian athletes who thank Jesus whenever they win, never mention his name when they lose? Not a word. You never hear him say, Jesus made me drop the ball. The good Lord tripped me up behind the line of scrimmage. According to these guys, Jesus is undefeated. Meanwhile, these assholes are in last place. Must be another one of those miracles. And speaking of delusional people, what about a guy who hears a voice in his head tells him to kill his entire family, so he does it? Is this the only thing a voice in the head ever tells these people to do is to kill others? Doesn't a voice ever tell a guy, go take a shit on the salad bar at Wendy's?
Oh, imagine.
Doesn't a voice tell a guy to take out his dick on the merry-go-round once in a while? Well, some guys do take out their dicks on the merry-go-round, but usually it's their own idea.
What?
Something else I can do without: aftershave and cologne. And this disgusting shit that men put on their bodies. Just what I need in the elevator. Some guy standing next to me smells like a fucking pine tree. I said, go home and wash, you smelly prick. You smell like the urinal in a Portuguese cat house. Goddamn, guys are stupid. Guys are really fucking dumb. They think they're gonna get laid with this stuff, you know. Oh yeah, they put it on at home. Oh boy, I'll get laid tonight, I'll get laid tonight. You don't get laid with green shit that comes out of a bottle, okay? And the only smell that's gonna help you get laid might be your own natural scent. You have pheromones. It's a secondary sex characteristic. People in America, nervous about sex. They wanna cover that up and disguise it. Guys in Europe, they know how to live. Guy gets in the elevator over there, he smells like a pile of dog shit. Those people are sophisticated.
I can confirm. I wear aftershave. I'm actually not wearing.
You smell good today.
There you go. I smell good. I'll tell you about high five. So is it dog shit or is it aftershave?
No, so I pay for your aftershave. So
Yeah, it's aftershave.
I know you. I know what you smell like.
I've enjoyed it so far. You enjoyed it so far?
Yeah, it's good.
Controversial, definitely, on issues. But you know what? We expected it. Let's get into it again. We don't condone some of these, but it's a joke end today, isn't it? It is a joke.
Getting pretty tired of these guys walking around in cowboy hats and cowboy boots. You ever see these jack-offs? Can't we kill some of these motherfuckers walking around in a fucking cowboy hat? Grown man. It's not even Halloween, for Christ's sakes. I say, hey, Tex, grow up and get yourself a wardrobe consistent with the century you're living in. Why do certain men feel the need to dress up as mythic figures? You don't see anyone walking around in a pirate costume, do you? When's the last guy you ran into had on a Viking outfit? Make-believe cowboys. Closest they ever got to a cow was when they stopped to take a piss at an Arby's. And camcorders.
He's on
Here
one today.
is technology
On
gone
one.
berserk. Everywhere you go now, there's some dick, some yo-yo, some putz with a camcorder, and he is going to tape everything.
Imagine nowadays.
Doesn't anyone in this country just stop and look at things anymore? Sort of take them in? Maybe even remember them? Is that just a strange notion? Does experience have to be documented and brought home and saved on a shelf? And do people really watch this shit? Are people's lives so bankrupt they sit at home looking at things they already did? And these guys are so intense, you know? It's always guys. They won't let women touch the cameras. It's a highly technical skill. Look through a hole, push on a button, big skill, and they all think they're Federico Fellini. You ever seen any of this shit? Low angles, zooms, and pans, and it's the same ugly 3 children in every goddamn shot. All the George Lucas magic in Hollywood is not going to change the unfortunate genetic configuration on the faces of these children. Keep these unfortunate youngsters out of public view. Now,
Just imagine him in today's society. Everyone on their phones. Like you go to a concert, everyone recorded.
Imagine if they're your children.
Yeah. Oh yeah. If it's your children, unlucky. But he would hate it. Again, I think this is like 2000s, maybe 99. Phones not as popular, I guess. But imagine nowadays.
Yeah.
a lot of these, hold on a sec. A lot of these cultural crimes I've been complaining about can be blamed on the baby boomers. Something else I'm a little tired of hearing about. The baby boomers. Whiny, narcissistic, self-indulgent people with a simple philosophy. Give me it, it's mine! Give me that, it's mine! These people were given everything. Everything was handed to them. And they took it all. Took it all. Sex, drugs, and rock and roll. And they stayed loaded for 20 years and had a free ride. But now they're staring down the barrel of middle-age burnout. And they don't like it. They don't like it, so they've turned self-righteous. And they want to make things hard on younger people. They tell them abstain from sex, say no to drugs. As for the rock and roll, they sold that for television commercials a long time ago. So they could buy pasta machines and Stairmasters and soybean futures. Soybean futures. You know something? They're cold, bloodless people. It's in their slogans, it's in their rhetoric. No pain, no gain. Just do it. Life is short, play hard. Shit happens, deal with it. Get a life. These people went from do your own thing to just say no. They went from love is all you need to whoever winds up with the most toys wins. And they went from cocaine to Rogaine. And you know something? They're still counting grams, only now it's fat grams. And the worst of it is the rest of us have to watch these commercials on TV for Levi's loose-fitting jeans and fat-ass Docker pants. Because these degenerate, yuppie, boomer cocksuckers couldn't keep their hands off the croissants and the Haagen-Dazs. And their big fat asses have spread all over and they have to wear fat-ass Docker pants. Fuck these boomers, fuck these yuppies. And fuck everybody, now that I think of it.
That sums him up, doesn't it? That sums him up.
Well, sometimes in comedy you have to generalize. Now, there's one thing you might have noticed I don't complain about. Politicians. Everybody complains about politicians. Everybody says they suck.
That's true.
Well, where do people think these politicians come from? They don't fall out of the sky. They don't pass through a membrane from another reality. They come from American parents and American families, American homes, American schools, American churches, American businesses, and American universities, and they're elected by American citizens. This is the best we can do, folks. This is what we have to offer. It's what our system produces. Garbage in, garbage out. If you have selfish, ignorant citizens, you're going to get selfish, ignorant leaders. And term limits ain't going to do you any good. You're just going to wind up with a brand new bunch of selfish, ignorant Americans. So maybe it's not the politicians who suck.
See,
maybe something else sucks around here.
When I saw everybody, like, loads of people were moaning when Donald Trump got elected.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, yeah, but someone's voting him in.
Yeah, that's a tough one, though.
Like, I know a lot of Americans don't like him, but also, surely a lot of Americans do like him.
True, but we won't go into it too much again. We like to stay away politics, but he actually, the way it's over there is electoral votes. So each state has a certain amount of votes. If it was like the UK one where it's done on... I don't even know if UK one's different, but if it was done votes for votes as per an American, he actually technically lost. He got less votes from the American people. So, like, I don't know what it were, maybe 52% of Americans. So, if again, not everyone votes, but I think it was maybe 160 million people. If you were saying everyone voted, 170 million would have gone for, I think it was Hillary Clinton at the time, was it?
So how did he win?
Because it's electoral votes, so it's per state. So one state will have a lot less people in it, but you get quite a lot of electoral votes, where one with a lot more people, he may have lost in that one, and then the votes were the same as the lower one, if that makes sense.
Right.
A really bad way to explain it. But even so, even if it is a 50-50 split, even if you got 51% and the other person got 49%, that's still 160 million people, if you do it half and half, what don't like him, if that makes sense. And again, we stay away from politics, we're not going to have any opinions on that, but that kind of... So no matter who wins, really, there's always going to be over 100 odd million people don't like us. A lot of people. That's like double Britain, innit?
Yeah, but they had to pick someone.
Very true, but we won't get our opinions crossed. But
don't get me wrong, I'm not a fan, but
yeah, let us know in the comments.
It's my way of figuring out.
Yeah, definitely. Let us know in the comments if you want us to do a reaction to how the politics works in terms of voting. Not getting into...
Because I really need to understand, because I just don't understand.
Yeah, I get it, but I can't really explain it. It's 2 electoral votes, and each state gets a certain amount of electoral votes, and then they get added together.
Because I think a few people can run for president, can't they?
Yeah, a few people can come...
So is it just shortlisted, basically? So that's how Hillary Clinton and Donald
No,
Trump
you can vote for anyone, I think. I think you can vote for anyone
It's
because you
just
can write
whoever
it
it's
down.
tied with.
But the main ones in the main
Right.
parties are the ones on the slip.
Oh yeah, because Kanye West ran, didn't he?
Yeah, and stuff like that. So let us know in the comments if you want us to do that. It's a bit of a side topic, but we'll learn it, definitely.
Like the public. Yeah, the public sucks. There's a nice campaign slogan for somebody. The public sucks. Fuck hope. Fuck hope. Because if it's really just the fault of these politicians, then where are all the other bright people of conscience? Where are all the bright, honest, intelligent Americans ready to step in and save the nation and lead the way? We don't have people like that in this country.
I don't think any
Everybody's at the
country does.
mall,
No country does.
scratching his ass, picking his nose, taking his credit card out of his fanny pack and buying a pair of sneakers with lights in them. So I have solved this little political dilemma for myself in a very simple way. On election day, I stay home. I don't vote. Fuck them. Fuck them. I don't vote. Two reasons I don't vote. First of all, it's meaningless. This country was bought and sold and paid for a long time ago. The shit they shuffle around every 4 years doesn't mean a fucking thing. And secondly, I don't vote because I believe if you vote, you have no right to complain.
True.
People
don't know
like
if
to
I-
twist that
Well,
around.
actually,
I
no,
know.
not true. Because if you vote for the person that doesn't get it, then you do.
Yeah, and I also think I would always recommend voting because at least because every vote does count.
Yeah, and if you're voting, then if you don't vote, you can't complain because you didn't do something
True,
towards it.
but always sometimes you're not going to like it, but you pick your better one. So you can still complain, say I don't like them, I don't like the decisions,
you
but
just pick the one that's better to you.
yeah, unfortunately, there weren't any better candidates. I would always recommend voting. Again, this is more old school, and I love how George Carlin, we're almost at the end, but he gets his point. No matter whether you agree with him or not, in his comedy, he makes his jokes, but he gets his opinion across. He gets his psychological thing across, because you know his beliefs and stuff like that while he's making a joke.
Yeah.
Whether you agree with it or not, and then you get a funny joke about it.
Yeah, but like America, don't feel bad because England's not doing great.
Yeah, I think every country's the same with politicians, so it's one of them.
They say, well, if you don't vote, you have no right to complain. But where's the logic in that? If you vote and you elect dishonest,
pause again.
incompetent people, and they get into office,
We said we weren't going
Feel
to
sorry
pause
for
much.
us because we get affected, but we can't even vote. We're not
Yeah, in
allowed.
Jersey you can't even vote for UK.
So we have to just put up with what everyone else decides.
Yeah, but enough of the
and
politics.
screw everything up.
So you admit
Well,
it.
you are responsible for what they have done. You caused the problem. You voted them in. You have no right to complain. I, on the other hand, who did not vote, who, in fact, did not even leave the house on election day, am in no way responsible for what these people have done and have every right to complain as loud as I want about the mess you created that I had nothing to do with. So I know that a little later on this year, you're going to have another one of those really swell presidential elections that you like so much. You'll enjoy yourselves. It'll be a lot of fun. I'm sure as soon as the election is over, your country will improve immediately. As for me, I'll be home on that day doing essentially the same thing as you. The only difference is when I get finished masturbating, I'm going to have a little something to show for it, folks. Thank you very much.
Did you enjoy that?
Wow.
A lot to take in. Let us know in the comments if you enjoyed that. Definitely controversial thoughts on cultural issues. I think we covered politics one a bit, didn't we? Just on our opinions on it. Again, it's one of them. He gets his point across. He knows his opinion. He's with it. Psychological, great. Very funny as well. And did you enjoy it overall?
Yeah, it was good.
Smash the like button if you enjoyed it, guys. Smash the subscribe button as well. Let us know your thoughts in the comments, but no fighting. We don't want any fighting, do we? Let us know if you want us to check out maybe something on how the voting system works. I kind of get it because I followed like the last couple of elections, but there'll definitely be things I don't know about.
I followed them, but
But yeah, there'll definitely be things I don't know about, and there'll be a few things you don't know about either. So let us know in the comments. Smash that like button if you enjoyed. Let us know in the comments if you want to do more George Carlin, maybe less controversial, maybe more controversial. Let us know in the comments, guys. Have a fantastic day. I've just said Ms. Line, so do you want to repeat it?
have a fantastic
And we'll
day.
see you, lessons, in the next one. Peace.